Oh, oh, okay. Oh, that's YouTube. So I'm live. Let me see. Oh, how do I? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Get the YouTube off. Now I got to go to Zoom. Now I'm on the Zoom. Oh, there's my microphone. Let me fix that. Pull it up a little bit there. There. All right. Now, what I got to do now? I got to go and Zoom. If everybody, I wanted to, come stream on my birthday. Everybody else is, oh, we're gonna, yeah, it's Bill's birthday, so let's stream. Let's, well, if you're gonna stream on my birthday, invite me. Let me see. I got to get the Zoom, copy the link. Okay, now I got to go to YouTube and paste it in there. Oh, get my channel. There we go. Oh, 163 laps. No. Paste. There. Okay. Back. There. Now I'm live. Now I'm set. Get a background going here. That one's good. I fucking monkey. I your monkey. Okay, now I got to get my get the YouTube on my computer so I can see the chat. Oh, such a pain in the butt. 63 laps around the sun. I had to change the title because it had my, I thought I put 63 and it had my name in front of the 63, BILL. And I tried to remove my name, but I didn't get one of the L's. So it says 163. Is there a, they need another button on the YouTube. So instead of watching the video, you click on it and the 3-dot thing, and they need one for pop-out chat only. So I got to open the video and I got to wait for the pop-out chat to come. And now you can probably hear it. Pop out. And then I turn the video off on the computer and go to the pop-out screen. There. Oh, we got to change the size. And Zoom 175. Oh, no. 175. Go back to the chat. There. That makes it nice and big and easy to see. I just tell Chrome to zoom in. That makes it bigger. There, and we'll pin that. Pin. Okay. Driving that 6-pack. This is number 2. This is number 1. I'm on number 2. Look, it's one. I thought I was Willie. Yeah, he left Willie out in the cold, didn't he? He thinks Willie's in the cold, and Willie's waiting for him to open the freaking door. Yeah. And Candy's going, where'd everybody go? How you doing, Jason? Yeah.
What's up, Bill? Happy birthday, buddy.
He's going, where'd everybody go? Oh, hey, Jason's doesn't have his YouTube muted.
Yeah. What's up, Bill? Happy birthday.
Where'd everybody go? Did I do that?
I did that.
Oh, that tornado sucks. Mud funnel.
There we go. Oh, it's getting late, Bill. I've already got the hiccups.
It's 10:22. It's that time of day that I get a better signal from Verizon.
Yeah.
Well, the signal's the same. It's the bandwidth is alive. You know, between 4 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. It's throttled too heavy. So, remember them old animations with the monkeys?
Oh, fuck, I already even.
Used to have in the 60s, 70s. I think I've heard that belch 2 or 3 times. I only belched once.
What's up with the headphones tonight?
Well, I got one of these things here. And you see, it plugs into the phone and it splits the headphone and the microphone. And I'm using, I got my microphone here at the top. Let me see if I can unhook it. See, I got this microphone hanging right over my head. So I can get better sound quality, I believe.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's swinging. So I got a professional mic and headphones separate. Except I don't need to show off my gold microphone. You know, it's got the foam cover on it, stuff, but it's one of them gold plated. And I believe that's real gold plating on them, isn't it? It's nice and shiny. It's an AK-70. Is that as good as an AK-47? Oh. So the part of the poem that he's listen all and hear me good, you know, and that comes from Charlton Heston saying, I want all within the sound of my voice to listen and to heed what I have to say, especially you, Mr. Gore. And it's Al Gore's birthday today. So what are the what kind? There's too many parallels. It's like destiny.
Oh,
You think?
I'm dying over your bill.
I was gonna put on one of my mushroom shirts, but when I was watching Fendi and Bear looked like they were finishing up, and my kid sent me a Zoom link because my grandkids. I had a private Zoom with my grandkids and my son. My one granddaughter's lost her missing her front teeth now.
Have a drink.
I'm drinking 90-minute Dogfish Imperial Pellet Dogfish Head 90-minute Imperial Pellet.
Cheers to you.
Cheers. Oh shit. I had 2 margaritas at the Mexican restaurant. And it seems I'm able, because my Lyrica prescription ran out and the alcohol isn't killing me like it would if I had them. So I'm wondering if I really need to be, because it seems my oxygen level is why I needed, why I had neuropathy, because I don't get enough oxygen. And right now I've got the oxygen hanging here right in front, right by the microphone, right in my face. It doesn't want to hook the right direction. You know, shoot my face. But all you gotta do is blow oxygen in my face. I don't have to have it up in my nose. I bet I need a rubber band would fix that. Where's my rubber bands? Oh, I got some rubber band substitute here. I would whistle that song when I was searching. If I only had a brain. I could unravel any riddle. If I only had a brain. It was so much Forrest Fenn, you know?
It was all Forrest Fenn. Still is. I was choking on a cough drop. It's kind of ironic.
Man chokes to death on cough drop.
Oh, for sure.
Remember you weren't around then, but Mama Cass, it was said that she choked on a hamburger.
Oh.
She choked to death on a hamburger. You know, and the thing was, Mama Cass was a big lady. She was like whole lot of Rosie. But the other Alamo Rose, whew, she's nothing. She's the opposite of a whole lot of Rosie, but man, she's got a beautiful voice. And thank you very much, Alamo Rose. I think she appears to be too young for me, but I wouldn't send her away. If I'm not too old for her, I'd be happy with that. But I think she's too young for me. She has beautiful voice. I
Play
think
it,
she
Bill.
taught. She topped Marilyn Monroe's John F. Kennedy happy birthday. That just made Marilyn Monroe look really bad because Alamo Rose has a much better voice.
Can you play it?
You didn't see that video Alamo Rose put up? No? She took it down, so I think I messaged it to you, the link, but it's not up anymore. She had it up for a day, I think. Unmute. Yeah, I got two of these on eBay, and you can plug in the headphone and the microphone separately, so you don't have to have a gamer headset, you know, because you look for those and all you find is junk. So the way you do it's with the with good microphone and good headphones. Richard, oh, why ain't that scrolling? Go down to the bottom. Hey, Street, why don't you join us? Wonder if this oxygen contraption is working good here. I took my people on Facebook might have seen my video earlier today where I shot my Canon printer.
It was bulletproof, or that was a tablet. The tablet was bulletproof.
The tablet's bulletproof. The printer wasn't. No. But yeah, my oxygen doing pretty good. And all I have it like right next to the microphone, blowing air in my face. So I don't have to, have my thing showing.
No, you're
that's
looking good.
Me, I'm 95.
Looking good tonight.
In my face.
Yep. Looking good, drinking some beers. Life is good tonight, right?
I'm Forrest said to drink that 6-pack, right? I'm on number 2.
Yeah.
And that is some bitter beer. It even says so on the bottle.
Yeah. May cause anal leakage.
Pungent, but not crushing hop flavor. And I wonder if it's grown with Cody hops.
I was going to ask if that was just around the corner. If that's the local beer.
I don't know if it's local. It's got the thing for genuine responsibility. Drink people drive responsibly. But yeah, I don't know where it comes from. But I know that they grow specialty hops and wheat and barley here at the Cody Farms in Alamosa. and they specialize in hops and barley and stuff for liquors and beer. Pretty interesting. And you can graft. If you take a hops plant and you graft it onto a pot plant, the hops will produce THC. That's what you want to make beer from. Hey, Pioneer. Hey, Richard. I see Street there. Oh, Maryland. Hooley says Dogfish Head is from Maryland. Hey, Brian. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea how many are watching because I've only got the pop out. The pop out chat needs to tell how many people are watching. And this Dogfish Head is making me burp. Is something wrong with your mic, Jason?
Yeah, it helps if I turn it on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just talking to a screen that doesn't talk back.
I just went through the worst coughing fit that I've been in and had in quite a while. I'm like still sweating. No, happy birthday. So you went out for supper with the family and
no, I just had a Zoom chat with them. I didn't get to see them. They were, yeah. And my grandson was sleeping, I guess. He's 5.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people to hop on here tonight with you, Bill, and keep you company.
Indiana Jones.
Hooley, can you hop in here and keep Bill some company on his birthday?
No. Communicate with. It's not just phone calls. Okay. Well, I've noticed that everybody's experiencing slow internet and interruptions and all kinds of shit going on, isn't it? It's not just my phone.
It's because they're integrating the systems right now.
It's the Chinese. Zing ping. Double blazes, zing ping.
You probably just because some
screwing
little
up
kid.
my signal. It's all Zing Ping's fault. The ping pong. Zing ping pong. But I think it's amazing that the part of the poem, that Charlton Heston, who played Moses, addresses Al Gore, and my name's Gore Man. He's Gore. I'm Gore Man, and Al Gore's birthday is March 31st. My birthday is March 31st. The guy who wrote the Blue Fairy book with Alice in Wonderland and all that in it, his birthday is March 31st. And
is that the stars aligning, Bill?
This is the Blue Fairy book. The Blue Fairy book, the Brown Fairy book, by Andrew Lang, and his birthday is March 31st. Al Gore's birthday is March 31st, who Charlton Heston mentions in his "I want all within the sound of my voice to listen and to heed, especially you, Mr. Gore, from my cold dead hands." It's Hooley. Hooley's here. Hi, Hooley.
Aw.
What's up? Happy birthday, Bill.
Thank you.
How was your day?
Is this microphone better than what I used to have?
I don't know.
A lot better.
Yeah, it's I don't have to yell at the phone.
So Bill, it would be really cool if you made your background like the cockpit of a helicopter with those headphones on.
I can do that.
Hell yeah. Get your big headphones on, and the background will be like you're driving the helicopter.
Oh, a helicopter, huh?
Yeah, the inside of a helicopter.
No, I want the inside of an F-100.
So what's the pup's name?
She is Lexi.
Lexi?
Mm-hmm.
It's my older daughter. Her name is Lexi.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
The dog was Lily when I got her, but I didn't care for that name, so I tried to keep it close.
Do you think she misses you calling her Lily?
Well, that was 7, 8 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years. I don't know how long it's been.
Was that like a different family that called her Lily?
She was rescue. She was a rescue
Yeah.
dog, and the rescue named her Lily.
Oh, so it was a temporary name.
Yeah, she had gotten loose from her family and run over to the farm and eaten some chickens. And the farmer beat her within a few inches of her life. And the owner was devastated and said, I can't even think that that would happen again, and surrendered her.
You should
So,
find out what her real name is. She'd probably really like hearing it.
it may have been Lily, I'm not sure, but she's been with me. She responds to Lexi pretty well. It's all good. But it's a good name, Jason.
But it's those eyes. They just speak to me. They're like, who am I?
How was your day, Bill?
You need to change that
All
picture,
right.
Billy.
You know, my dog, his name was Jack when I got him. His name was already Jack. So I kind of got stuck with that name, you know?
Well, it's a good thing you didn't change it now.
Well,
It's pretty lucky.
a year before Jack Stoof said he was a finder, I had a video, Jack found the treasure in December of 2019.
And peed on it.
Jack found that Jack went peed on the treasure. It is Jack talk, my dog talking. And then Forrest says, well, Forrest didn't say Jack found it, did he? He never said Jack found it. Jack come up with that after Forrest was dead. Forrest never said he was a finder. Jack proclaimed that himself. But because he has a picture in the same room with Forrest, he's getting credit for it. I'm trying to get that picture going for.
So yeah, Hooli, I was actually getting ready for bed, and I was gonna call Bill and tell him happy birthday before I went to bed. And he's like, "Well, I'm going on live right now." So
Yeah,
that means I've already dropped my sleeping pill, and I was going to bed. So I don't know how long I'm going to last. So I needed someone in here to, help out
That's the torch.
a little bit, yeah. Or just
So were you eating though? Were you just eating something?
me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I bought a 6-pack just for today.
Do you like funky beers like that, Bill?
I didn't know what to get. I wanted to get something that was different. I didn't want to just get Coors. You know?
Right. That's cool.
Yeah. But like I was telling Jason, there's Cody Farms in Alamosa, and they grow specialty hops and barley and wheat and stuff just for ferment for breweries and making whiskey and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Cody Farms. So heading toward Cody, you're heading for the hops. Cody, they grow hops.
And I was wrong. I just looked up Dogfish Head, and they're actually they're based out of Delaware when they first premiered or opened. So my bad on that. But we had an ale house here.
Corporations there, and they're not
physically
there
for tax purposes. Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to send myself the picture that I'm going to use for the background.
Yeah, I saw Alamo Rose's video, Bill. That was nice of her to post that for you.
What's close? What?
It was nice that Alamo Rose posted that video for you for your birthday.
Oh, Alamo. Yeah, that was awesome. I'm in
And
love.
I know, I figured you would be when I saw it.
But she looks way too young for me. Yeah, she looks like she's, what do you think, maybe 22?
I've seen some of her other videos, and I'm gonna guess she's a little bit older than that.
Okay. She looks barely legal. She looks very, very, very young.
That's because you're very old.
You know?
How old
He's
are you
probably
today, Bill?
like 30.
I'm 2 years younger than Doug Preston. I'm 63.
Wow.
Well, he might be 64, but he's gonna be 65 this year. Yesterday I was 2 years younger than Doug Preston. Now I'm a year younger. I'm a year younger than my sister, or 13 months exactly, because my sister's March 1st and I'm March 31st. We're complete opposites. She's a fish and I'm a ram.
So Huli, didn't I meet you in 19 at Fenbury?
No,
Are you sure?
100%.
Okay.
Why?
Nah, I just recognized your voice a long time ago and just never said anything, but felt like saying it now because I'm falling down. So
Because you're falling down?
yeah, I said I took my sleeping pill before I
Oh, okay.
got on because I thought I was going to bed. So like I'm
No,
gonna
I haven't been to any of the searcher meetups.
really.
Mm-mm.
You know, they were kind of fun, but yet at the same time, it was like, I don't know, it was weird. You just sit back and watch people just wanting to get close. You know what I mean?
I had some cohorts that, people that I chit chat with and stuff that have gone to them, and they said they were great, lots of fun. Everyone, I think, acts like they're real nervous in the beginning, which that would be wild to go into community, a bunch of strangers, for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say it's the
but
first 20 minutes when Fenn arrives. That's when it gets kind of weird. So I've always just kind of went off to the side. But it's easy to see everybody crowd, like it's a whole celebrity thing, like, and everyone
mhm.
just, yeah. But it makes them all happy.
I'm trying to change my picture is all I'm doing. I haven't gone anywhere.
So are you going to make it to the one that's going this year then?
Probably not.
You should try to put an effort towards it. I'm going to guess this is probably the very last one.
I don't know. I'm very, very shy, and I don't have any. I mean, I would love to meet you all, but I'm also like enough of a shy person that it would be more awkward for me than fun.
I'd take care of you.
Now I'm in an F100.
Oh,
There you
that's
go,
cool.
Bill.
That's very cool, Bill.
There's the
You're sitting on his lap, bounce up and down.
I'm flying. X marks the spot.
You need to duck your head down a little bit. Is there a helmet behind you that you'll fit in? There you go.
Yeah. And Jack's scratching at the door, so I gotta take my headphones off to get to the door. Let him in.
I'm waiting for the time you forget.
So I'm not gonna be able to hear you when my headphones are off.
Old
That's
Bill.
hilarious.
He's in a good mood tonight.
He should be. I hope he had a good day.
Another year alive. Yay. I feel that way and I'm 45. Christ, another one?
Right on. I'm gonna try to do a big party when I'm 50.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shot my cannon today.
JK, are you going this year? I'll be curious to see who's going. Who else is going this year?
Back on my screen.
Richard, are you going? Street, I assume you're going if you're gonna come by and pick me up. That's a little van for two people, Street.
My van's 32 feet long.
That's cool.
And it's got a 14-foot slide out.
I actually prefer to drive. I don't like to be a passenger very much. So there's not a chance I'd be letting someone I don't know drive.
I think my slide out's more like 12 feet. Well, I've seen things say it's 14, but it's only 12. Because I got 11 feet of solar panels and it covers all but 6 inches of the slide out. Too bad the background ain't moving.
Indiana Jones, come on the show.
They got the link at the top.
Yeah.
Street can come in.
It'd be interesting to try to pull some new people in for once.
Oh, Street doesn't like to drive. That's interesting. He said I'm allowed to drive.
I think Street's not coming in because he's trying to kiss butt with Barbara.
Oh.
Oh, he was live last night.
Oh. Yeah, I've had a lot of trouble with my phone, even just watching YouTube, unless after like 10:30 at night, or I've even had outages at 3 in the afternoon. So from like 4 o'clock in the afternoon till 10:30 at night, my internet really sucks.
It seems fine now, Bill.
Well, yeah, I know. Verizon's okay, but during peak hours, everybody in this valley is on the same fiber optic cable going back over the mountain to the Front Range. There's only one fiber cable coming out of this valley.
I ain't scared
going
of
out
that.
there, and they don't have a big enough radio on it to handle all the customers.
Dumb enough to walk right into a tornado. You know that, Bill? Said
Yeah,
I'm dumb
yeah,
enough to walk right into one.
I've seen. I got a video of tornado right here. I think I posted on Facebook. Dogfish.
Dogfish, Tourette's.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I really like, Bill, is they make something called Sea Quench. It's a key lime sea salt beer, and it's real sour. And it'll make you pucker. Like I love that kind of like the sour beers. Have you ever heard of them?
No, I haven't heard of them.
Or Goze, G-O-Z or G-O-S-E.
I like the Rock Bottom Brewery.
Where's
But
that?
what I like is they got a steak at the Rock Bottom Brewery that they cut the steak open and they put garlic cloves inside the steak and cook it. They're great.
That's cool. Where are they based out of?
First one I went to was Highlands Ranch, Colorado, or Centennial, Colorado. Same thing, basically. They called when I had my house in Highlands Ranch, and I had to fire the realtor because she listed my house in Columbine, Colorado, which was you know, the town with Columbine High School, and it's like, no, my house, this house is in Highlands Ranch, and she lived in Columbine, and so she used her zip code instead of my zip code, and it come up as Columbine. And so it's like, this house isn't even in the neighborhood you're searching, or if somebody searched my neighborhood, my house would come up. And the house was listed for like 9 months before it sold.
Oh, wow.
You know, that I couldn't afford that. Not with the $1,900 a month mortgage. And I think the house, it sold for $1,000 less than I paid for it. So, because it was like right after 9/11.
Oh, was that a tough time? I bet that was a tough time to sell.
Yeah, oh yeah. And even the person that sold it after, the person that bought it from me, they didn't make, but the person has it now the house is like 400 and something thousand. It was 250 when I had it, and now it's 400 and something. But you know, so somebody made some money on it. And I had a hot back deck. It was it was 3,000 square feet, and it had a deck on the back that was like 10 feet by 10 feet, something like that. And I had a hot tub, a 6 foot by 6 foot hot tub put on the back deck, and I had to call a crane to have it put in, and they parked the crane in the driveway, and they hooked the hot tub up, and they lift the hot tub over the top of the house. There's 2 stories in the front, 3 stories in the back as a walkout basement, and sat that hot tub on the deck. And when I moved out, the people buying the house didn't want to pay the extra for the hot tub, so I took it with me. I wasn't going to give it to them.
How did you get it out of there? Same way?
I had to call the crane, and they came back and lifted it out of there.
That's crazy.
And I put it in the U-Haul truck, and it wasn't a U-Haul, I think it was a Ryder. And I took it to Florida and sold it to a friend of mine for like $2,000. It was a $7,000 hot tub. But I still got my neat 10-inch telescope.
I imagine you had your house rigged up like a bachelor pad, right?
Yeah,
With a bunch of toys and fun.
What?
No, I had a lot of empty rooms, and I was renting the basement out to some guy from Louisiana, and he got in my face and was threatening me, and I threw him out. You know?
Are you threatening me?
Yeah, another one of them people.
Are you threatening me?
Are you threatening me? No, I was just quoting Benjamin Franklin, you ding dong. You know what I was saying. You know where that came from. Yeah, Forrest knew damn well where that 3 can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead comes from. It's Benjamin Franklin. Oh, I got that microphone. You don't even see the microphone. It's right there.
Where?
Bottom of the mic. It's right off the top of the screen. It's like hanging in front of me. It's a AOKO. It's one of them professional mics, you know, it's like gold plated, but it's got the foam on it covering the gold. So
Does it look like
so my voice-
1970s?
no, it's new. It
Does it
looks
look-
I mean,
70.
Yeah, it looks 70s, like bow chicka wow
Looks
wow.
And it has
Like the old 50 mics, they're badass. I'd love to collect them.
it has one of these things it goes in, but I'm not using that. It's just hanging by its wire just over my head here.
It's working well. Hear you good.
Yeah, I don't have to yell at the stupid thing for it to hear me.
Unless you want to.
Hawaiian shirts. I went to Hawaii twice. Went in 2005 and 2008.
I was there in 5.
I was in Waikiki and stayed.
No.
Yeah, my
What are you
uncle
doing,
had-
Hooli? Are you working on the side over there? Sorry about that.
No, it wasn't 05. Never mind.
My uncle lived in the Waikiki harbor. He lived on his 27-foot sailboat that he sailed there from California.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
And I think he was paying like $350 a month for his boat slip.
That's nuts.
In Waikiki. Yeah. He was living it up. But he died for about 4 or 5 years ago. And when I went in 2008, he wasn't there. He had a girlfriend in Thailand that he spent 6 months of the year in Thailand teaching English. And so he knew this another guy that Forrest Fenn knew that was a CIA type of dude. But my uncle probably knew that guy too. They were in the same type of place. The cat or whatever. That's where my uncle lived. Okay,
I didn't make it to the Big Island, which was sort of a bummer. I was only to Maui.
yeah, I was only on Oahu. I've been there twice though. The second time I brought the girlfriend I had in 2008, and her daughter was killed by a truck driver on Highway 97 in Oregon. A truck driver was on the wrong side of the head on with him and killed her daughter, who was 3 months pregnant. And that was election day when the devil was elected. November 4th, 2008.
There's little doubt that Ludwig Wittgenstein was a towering figure in 20th century thought. On his return to Cambridge in 19...
And so I thought I'd cheer her up to, take her to Hawaii, because her daughter was saying she, wanted to go to Hawaii, wanted to go to Hawaii. And there was a guy who wrote a poem about leaving 2 quarters that her and her boy, she died with her boyfriend, her fiance, and they were the 2 quarters that, represented them, that went off to have, and when we went to Hawaii, we found this little memorial that is near Diamond Head. There's a beach thing, and there's a little memorial thing. And I actually met a cardinal there. There was a cardinal, like a Roman Catholic cardinal dude, in all his garb and stuff there. But we got there, and the 2 quarters were there, on the thing, and it's like, she's like, oh my God, because that's the poem that her neighbor, her renter, wrote about her daughter, about the 2 quarters, and there were the 2 quarters.
Gotcha. Shankopotamus wants to know if you eat weird cheese.
I don't see
Weird cheese, Bill. Do you eat weird?
I don't see Shank on there. He's probably blocked by me, but still showing up, huh?
The fifth line up.
I like the cheese there, Shank.
Dogfish Head. I thought Dogfish Head would be from Seattle because it's got a shark on the cap, and dogfish is a shark. Does that make
Do
any
you know?
sense?
Yeah. Do you know Flying Dog Brewery?
Flying. I've heard of it.
They're based out of Colorado, but their other headquarters are here in Maryland. One of my buddies works there. BP of
lived in
sales.
Boulder. I lived in Boulder in '92, and they had a brewery there. I can't remember the name. It was probably Boulder beer.
Fine weird
Yeah,
cheese.
yeah. I can imagine. Yeah, Boulder.
Like the cheese you find tucked away under your nuts.
Bill, do you know Stedman, the artist?
You're back in cheese, Jason?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Cheesy nuts.
Those cheesy nuts.
Balls. Cheese balls.
Cheese balls, yes.
Bill, do you know the artist Stedman?
Stedman, no. But I know that one that was in Forrest Fenn's book that he wrote about Fenn Stall. And the painting that's on the palette I found that on the canyon wall right next to Treasure Falls. But it's mirrored from what's in that painting. It's a girl laying on the paint palette and the boy climbing up. On the canyon wall, the boy is laying on top and the girl's climbing up to him. And like the Rockwell paintings, Forrest said, I didn't know that was Rockwell. No, because somebody painted that back in Fred Flintstone's days. That was art from that's on these canyon walls.
So Hooli, I gotta. Oh, sorry.
Just to circle back real quick, Bill, I think you would really like Ralph Steadman and Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh no, Hunter Thompson.
What?
I've heard he's a really. I've heard some things about him that is like, no, I couldn't be a fan of his.
Why? What have you heard?
Some pretty nasty stuff, killing people and things like that.
Oh, I thought he was just a big druggie. But he has some pretty wild art. Anyway, go ahead, Jason.
No, I have a brain fart now.
Number 3, I'm working on the 6-pack.
No, I was kind of concerned and just wondering how things are going to play out from moving forward from here with the chase. Can you hear me okay?
I think that Easter may be the big day.
Yeah, even if it is, if there's actually people out there doing documentaries, if there's people interviewing or is it going to be that picture that the chase is going to be understood moving forward? Like,
Well,
whatever story they decide on, or is that going to be the big hoorah, and that's what everybody's going to, like, especially people that are not involved now, like just watching it, they're gonna be like, oh, because we've all sat on the couch and we've all flipped through the channels, and oh, this looks interesting. Oak Island. Well, this is going to be the same thing. It's going to be, oh, that's the Forrest Fenn thing. And it's going to be like, it's going to be this story that's being sold right now versus what it could actually be. Do you think that's how it's going to go down, Huli?
I have no idea, dude.
But you see what I mean? It's kind of concerning that someone else's words are going to fill in those blanks and then be known forever as that's what that story is. I don't know. It just concerns me. That's all.
Well, the documentary is the one that has the real finder in it.
Yeah, but there's like 20 of them going on, Bill.
But
And
all of them, it doesn't matter. The ones that don't have the real finder in it aren't going to mean shit once the real finder comes out.
It's the ones that are going to go on a network that means shit. That's the ones that are going to actually put that period point blank at the end of the sentence. And those are the ones I'm concerned about.
The ones that don't want to talk to the real finder, that are leaving the real finder out because he's too wild for our network. It was unacceptable. We can't have him on there. Those channels, they're gonna fail because they left the person that was as crazy as Forrest Fenn out.
Yeah, but they won't fail, Bill. That's the thing, is they won't. Because we're a small community, and once it goes, broadcasted, it's bringing in new people, like treasure hunters that actually follow up on treasure stories that never leave their couch. And like I said, that's the market's going to be left for the next 50 years. And it's just somebody's opinion now, somebody's opinion where they're filling in and forcing. And it's like, I don't know. It just, at least I hope that Fenn has a helping hand with that, to where somewhat of the correct answer comes out later, and is actually the actual legacy of it.
Well, Forrest had it in there that the real finder is hidden from view until a certain date. I don't know what date that is, but it's coming soon. I don't know if I gotta wait for Barbara to die or what,
You're gonna make you're gonna make me cough again.
Joke. What happened to Richard? He was there for a minute.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't hear him.
Get back in, Rich. He's off the chat too. Something happened.
Maybe he didn't have good enough connection. I don't know.
No. So what's your idea on that? They're hools?
I don't have an opinion.
No opinion on it? You gonna
No,
be? Are you okay with just a made up story that someone?
I'm not gonna speculate.
Okay. Well, no, it's not a speculation. It's just, I just think that's what's going on. I guess that is the definition of speculation.
I mean, you're
I know
looking
what
towards, unless someone can tell the future, you're speculating.
You know what IPA means?
Yeah, but we already know who's telling the stories right now. We know that they don't have the chest, right? So is it that far off of a speculation?
That's IPA. I burp a lot. It makes you burp.
Bill, are you going back to baby shape? Are you going to need to be burped?
I don't know. You got to be hugged before you be burped, right?
How's the view up there?
Bill. I'm paid. Jack, pay your bills, Jack. He said he was going to pay it forward, right? That means he's got to give it to the real winner. He's paying it forward. He's the forwarder. He's just the middleman. He's there was a movie. It was, Meet Joe.
I want that Indiana Jones to hop on your Hooli.
It wasn't Meet Joe Black. It was another one from like 1931, and it was a guy that they didn't have the actual person who was going to jump off a. He was going to jump off a building or kill himself, and so the newspaper people went out and found somebody to pretend they were him, and
No.
had Gary Cooper in it. And Gary
No,
Cooper.
it almost looks like you're actually looking out that window. When you were just sitting there, it looked like you were really looking out the window. It's up on the top, Richard.
Yep.
Can you put the link in the chat?
The link's at the top, Richard.
Yeah, but sometimes some people can't get it. What depends on the device they're on. So just every once in a while, throw it in the chat.
It needs a thing in the chat so I can repost it or something, but it's pinned at the top of the chat. I think on the phone it's different.
Yeah, and he's on his phone, so.
Oh, there's my sister. My sister.
You're my sister. You're my sister. You totally reminded me of Joe Dirt.
Sister Dana. Dana knows about my warm waters hole. So when my mother pulled, I was having my back was being burned off in the shower. My mother pulled me out.
Happy thoughts, Bill. Happy thoughts. It's your birthday.
Well, I was telling my sister, she said, "Oh, you were in so much pain." I don't remember the pain. I don't remember. I remember it happening, but I don't remember any of the pain. And I remember
that's
the
good.
bats, but you know.
She sees the link.
She sees the link.
You're on your phone?
Yeah.
You should have your sister hop on. You see the link,
Yeah,
push
she
it.
said she said incoming, so I thought that meant she was coming in.
Yeah, hit the link, Diana. Old Annabelle.
I don't know if I can drink 3. I'm on the 3rd one, and I don't know if I can drink 3 more. 6-pack. Come on, Forrest. When we were at the Blue Corn, Forrest says, "You're going to get drunk tonight." Like, I got to drive home. I got to drive back up
Hey,
here to Colorado.
Hey, Bill, do you care if I post the link?
Huh? You can post
Yeah, go
it.
ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll work. I've never done this before.
Oh,
Hopefully that's right.
You're a moderator, so you should be able to.
There you go.
There it is.
I see it, fools.
Oh, and there's Richard
Oh.
again. He was in earlier. Yeah. Oh, incoming when I was looking out the canopy. I thought Dana was going to join me.
Big
Sean's
Whoopi's
coming
getting
in.
challenged with a new moderator.
Sean Craven. Yeah. And Sean Craven, my grandmother was a cabin. It's close to Craven. It's without the R. Unrestricted.
Who are you talking about?
Rich has his mic muted. He
What
has
were-
to.
What were you talking
turn on his
about, Craven?
audio.
Oh,
Who's Sean Craven? I don't know who Sean Craven is.
what's up, Sean? Hey, Rich.
I'm just trying to
Hey,
figure this out.
Jason.
How's it going, buddy?
Good.
Where's that pretty
Happy-
face of yours?
No.
No, not yet.
Yeah, you can do it.
Happy
without the
birthday,
camera,
Bill.
Nana. Huh?
Happy birthday, Bill.
Oh, thank you, Rich. Where's
Yeah.
that Sean?
I hear
No,
you.
I'll say happy birthday too, Bill.
All right, thanks, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Sean Connery? Down there. He's on the airfield.
That sounds
I
like
mean,
what was that movie, The Rock?
I'm in one of the Thunderbirds right now.
Sitting on some other dude's lap. Move over, Bill.
When we were
Oh.
kids, we used to go. We lived on the other side of the highway from Moffett Field was a naval air station, and it's NASA is mainly there now, but JPL, NASA, and they have the wind tunnels and they have a big hangar that they built dirigibles in. It's right next to Lockheed and stuff. So it's still, after the Navy left, it's still that. But in 1960s, early 60s, we lived there and they had the air show, and we just went up on the roof of the house to watch the air show.
Your sister's being shy. She doesn't want anyone to see her.
Yeah, you don't have to have your camera on, Dana.
I don't blame her.
I don't know Sean Craven. Is he a searcher?
Yeah, I end up losing a lot of stuff. I gotta look for it too, just like everybody else.
Hi, Candy. I was telling Candy, my 6th grade teacher was Mr. Irvine, Jim Irvine. And he drove a Porsche. And I'm sure he was Mr. not just Mr. Irvine, he was Mr. Player.
So he got all the pussy.
Talking about what doll? What doll, Candy?
It's Hooley's puppy.
Oh, Dan, yeah, my
I
dad.
see you, Hooley, in his eyes.
Yeah. Dana lives with my nephew, and he's sleeping. It's just a one-room place. They rent a basement somewhere, I think.
So, Rich, any big discoveries lately?
Nothing new.
No. I haven't even been looking.
Shank.
Like this. Go ahead.
I've been checking out some of the
Yeah.
pictures with the mirror, and there's some neat images, but whether it gets you anywhere, probably not.
Oh, yeah.
Forrest put the stick
I think-
in a box.
Bill's looking over the edge of the cockpit.
Yes.
You puking, Bill? Your art looks
Watch
like
out
you're puking.
behind, watch out below. I ain't gonna puke.
It's a space peanut. See right there?
Hit the ejection.
How about you, Mr. Craven? What kind of searcher are you?
What are my options? What are the categories?
Are you just sitting around in your basement in your underwear, your mother's basement in your underwear? Are you in a van by the river?
It's been a few years.
Are you a guy that's locked up in a single room that puts makeup on?
Well, first off, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with any of those categories. You just asked, like, what kind of searcher are you? So
It sounds like I've been in one of those categories at some point or another.
All of
Amen
the
to that.
above.
Yep, no shit, right? It's the stages of a clown, right? You go to the circus, you see the one clown come out, and then it's got like the evolution of him, and then the evolution of him, and then you got like 7 clowns running around.
Yeah.
I worked as a carny at the with the Wyoming State Fair in Cody. I think it was in Cody that year when I was like 13.
See,
I
that
got
would
fired.
he got fired.
Usually a
Yeah,
state fair is in the same place every year.
They
Mhm.
switched it between like Cheyenne and Cody or something. I don't remember. I have to look up the year to see where it was, but because I don't remember. I just remember this like 10-year-old girl throwing softballs at me, and I got fired because it was just too much of a liability for the guy that was paying me.
I did the dunk tank at a carnival once. I was on the swim team. I wouldn't have a problem getting in the dunk tank.
Well,
I think I got
sister's going to bed.
about 4 times.
You hear me, Bill?
Yeah.
I said your sister's got to go to bed. She's leaving.
Oh. Okay, we'll see you, Dana. Whoopi's there. Read a story this morning about a guy arrested for digging in Yellowstone. Claimed he was looking for the chest.
Well, get out of
It's
bed.
illegal to death. Yeah, he was digging in a cemetery in Yellowstone.
The Fort Yellowstone Cemetery, and he got 6 months in jail and 6 months on probation, and then 2 years on, or I'm sorry, 6 months on what, probation, and then 2 years, maybe supervised or something, I don't know, and then $31,500 worth of fees.
Wow.
How do you get that
That's-
info, Hooli?
It was posted all over the place, a Yellowstone page that I follow. And
That's
then
crazy.
he was a Forrest Fenn searcher, and it was Fort Yellowstone Cemetery. They showed a picture of the hole. It's just, and it's someone we know, I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
See, and I actually went through a phase where I tried to decide if Forrest wanted us to dig or not, because he teased us with the picture of a shovel. He gave us ideas of shouldn't be digging where you're not supposed to be digging, right? There's
He
just,
said it was buried.
you know, well, he says it's not. I just, do you guys think it's buried? It was buried.
No, it wasn't out there. It was on his patio. He brought Moses in and he put the chest out. He put Moses on his balcony to weather Moses. And that's the same thing when he brought Moses in and put it on the precipice of the steps to his den. And he put the treasure chest out there on his patio, on his balcony, to weather it just like he did Moses. And Moses was carved out of a pinyon vine. That's why you spell pinion nuts, because Moses had pinion nuts.
So with all of these opinions, is it not plausible there was more than one item to be retrieved?
There was, there was the Buffalo Cowboy car, Moses. There's the gypsies, the Ben Stahl painting, the both riding the ibis, and the Miss Ford waking him up at his school desk, the stout-hearted men, ISIS, there, all the stuff, things from his drawings are on the canyon walls.
So what out of all of those, what one would you consider a blaze? Or are you considering all of
Moses.
those?
It's Moses because the whole poem was about Moses. But also the Buffalo Cowboy car, because it was found in the wood. Peggy called that car the Bullet because it was shot. And You seen the cowl I have, the Model A cowl.
Yeah.
Father on the Banco, his dad's sitting on a Model A. It's the same kind of car that's a Buffalo Cowboy car, except it's got the top on it. And the same kind of, that's a 1930 Model A I have in my shed. It's the year he was born. It's a Ford Model A. Miss Ford, the Model A is Miss Ford.
Drop him
And
like.
Jack even said something about being 67, and that's Buffalo Cowboy. And when I brought that thing to Fenn, you know, and he did that picture, he staged that picture. He told his security guy, go there, I want to get a picture with Bill Foreman. And would you like your picture with Forrest? Sure. Give me your phone, I'll take a picture. And he snaps a picture when Forrest is doing the hand of God sign and doffing his hat. Hats off to good job, well done. I'm handing it to you, except you gotta wait till it's from my cold dead hands. And he knew there would be no trouble because you aren't gonna get it until nobody can sue you for it.
You guys think Forrest Fenn had an addiction to hiding treasure? Like just one after the other.
I think he went
Oh,
to the
absolutely.
Bailey Church.
If you did one and got away with it and you had the means, why wouldn't you do 20 more? Especially when you're an old man that the family doesn't really want to listen to your war stories. You're gonna go do your own thing, right?
You can't put a dead man behind bars.
Well, isn't there like that double jeopardy? Like, even if he did rise again, I mean, you would think he can go, that's pretty high up there on being penalized, right? Like, you can't just say that unless it was all a fake. All the documents we saw were fake. I mean, it was just a show. And I actually really hope that it ends up something like that because I'm looking forward to it. I think he's a mastermind to pull that one off.
So there was a deal with stolen artifacts, and everybody else committed suicide but him. And how did he get away with not committing suicide? You just like hide the stuff, the evidence, right?
He made a deal. Plea
I'm just
bargain.
throwing darts at the wall.
Plea bargain. Treasure might have been part of his plea bargain.
The government
What
was
guy has a treasure?
Or maybe the other guys are still alive too.
Maybe nobody's dead.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're with Elvis. So do you think there's two chests, Jason?
I know there is. There's one in the Detroit and there's one that's down here. And Jack even referred to the one in Detroit when people were talking about the lock.
Right. So like three of them.
Well, and then we've seen like two of them circulate through the search community. And I personally know a guy that actually made one years ago. And I mean, there's more than one for sure.
Yeah. I think I seen that video.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there's what's up,
I
Bill?
got something for my varmint invaders.
Lowry's.
Cayenne pepper.
Use White Castle.
Bill, you gotta make sure Jack doesn't sniff that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm gonna put it under the cupboards and places where Jack don't go.
Oh fuck.
Which
So what else
Jack?
is up, Rich?
Jack in the box. Pop goes goes the weasel. Isn't that what they called Jack? The weasel? What's a weasel?
Oh,
Like-
Jack in the Boxes are crazy.
Yeah. He was acquitted. Who was acquitted? Sledneck?
I think he's talking about Forrest.
Oh yeah, he can't do anything for it. He's dead.
No, I mean for the. I think he's talking about Operation Cerberus.
Oh yeah, oh that one. Yeah. And Capra was supposed to trying to get her FOIA on that.
I just think it's ironic with all the rabbit holes everybody's been going down for all these years, and the couple short stories that Forrest has written or been part of that included rabbits. It's funny that the finder's name is Jack. I just find that funny to me.
Jack. Well, it's because my dog's name is Jack.
Well, I mean, it's because it's just another rabbit hole. Go chase him.
Even the story about the cowboy punching him, when you hit somebody in the head, it's called ringing their bell. You know, even in the cartoons, if Popeye get hit in the head, it's boom. You know, it's or Bugs Bunny, any of them. They're when they get hit in the head, they do the bell ringing thing. Boom. It's called ringing your bell. It's getting hit in the head. And Jack Dempsey had a fight with this guy, Cowboy Luttrell, who was a wrestler. It was the first inter-sport wrestling, or a wrestler versus a boxer. And Jack Dempsey knocked Cowboy Luttrell out of the ring, and Cowboy Luttrell didn't like that, and so he come to Jack Dempsey's restaurant in New York, and Jack Dempsey says, "Hi, Cowboy," just like Forrest's story. And Cowboy come up and put his head down and rammed Jack Dempsey in the nuts, grabbed him around the legs, flipped him over on his back, and started laying in on his face with a bare fist. So he rang Jack Dempsey's bell. And Jack Dempsey's birthplace down here in Manassas, 30 miles south of me, there's a Liberty Bell in his front yard and a wishing well in the backyard.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And where did Jack Dempsey get his start? Where did he start his fighting career? Fighting at the Holy Moses Saloon in Creed. The Holy Moses Saloon. There's a Holy Moses Mine and a Holy Moses Saloon in Creed.
Oh, fuck.
No, not now.
Oh, I say it every time I listen to the Bill and Moses thing. I say, fuck. I love the story, though. I do. You need to get it on paper is what you need to do.
Well, I've got a little, I'm setting up a slideshow. I don't do PowerPoint. I use LibreOffice, which is a free equivalent of Microsoft Office.
Yeah.
It's LibreOffice. It's free, and it's the same thing except it's free. And so I have a little slideshow presentation that I'm working on, and I'm about 3/4 of the way through the poem.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have some other slides that go on with all the other, like Elton John. Elton John at Kirk Douglas's house, or no, Michael Douglas's house. Elton John's there. Kirk Douglas is there. Kirk Douglas was going to be the local synagogue had taken up donations, and they were going to send him to school to be a rabbi. Because Michael Douglas is a Jew. His last name isn't Douglas. It's a stage name.
Were you surprised, Rich? Really?
Yeah, they are. And Kirk Douglas was going to be a rabbi, but he at the same time he got into acting and that took off, so he didn't become a rabbi. And if you watch To Tell the Truth, there's an episode of To Tell the Truth that has Kirk Douglas on it, and somebody said Holy Moses, and you know. It was funny because he laughed at the Moses crack because he was going to be a rabbi. And he's in Forrest Fenn thing about the rabbi. And then Elton John there and the Porter's bookstore, you put that together and you have Elton John's Porter song. And then Elton John had the album Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. Forrest Fenn, I think, is the Brown Dirt Cowboy.
The Brown Dirt Cowboy.
Because
Wow.
he was in archaeology. He loved archaeology. So he was the Brown Dirt Cowboy. And then you've seen the picture I have, the one I made with Forrest Fenn riding the ibis.
Yeah.
Like Thoth. Thoth was an ibis, and that's why I put Forrest Fenn on an ibis. Well, you look at Elton John's album, Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy, and Elton John's riding the piano. I can't make it up. These are true facts.
So, Rich, hypothetically speaking, if one was tired of listening to solves and tired of chasing Jack, what else is there to talk about?
Bill Gorman.
Bill Gorman? But like honestly, like what else is there to talk about? Because I've been thinking about it, and and everybody wants content, and I'm like, everything is just such a mess. There's got to be another area that could actually spark interest within the Finn hunt.
Right.
Well, that's what everybody's thinking of is what's next. And so everybody's jumping in on the same pie, trying to get their little slice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
I just get lost in that dog's eyes.
What slice of pie are you trying to get, Sean?
Me, I bake my own pies. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sean's like, I don't fucking like pie.
I love pie. I used to bake my own pie since I was like 12.
1973, my first job was at Marie Callender's. I was a dishwasher and I made pies.
Wow.
So when he talks about the old lady with the cracked pies, I
Talk about
brought
you,
pie
Bill.
home from work about every day. I brought a pie home from work.
How long till you got canned?
I didn't get canned. I quit.
Oh, before they could can you. Good
I
good
quit.
decision.
Yeah. Oh, they chased me down the street. I was riding on my bike, leaving the job. They chased me down the street. I said, I ain't coming back. Screw you. I know what I have to talk, what I have to put up with, what I don't want to have to put up with.
Two for a nickel if they're broken.
I've probably quit as many jobs as I've been fired from.
No, I agree, Sledneck. That's actually been a topic I've been focusing on for like the last 3 years. It's just sitting back watching people, and made a lot of connections between a lot of the searchers too, of why they began the search. So that's an interesting topic with the sociology and the psychology of it. Very interesting topic. Especially when flatlanders go to the mountains. Like it's almost like their whole chemical makeup changes. Like they just can't handle it out of that in that element, or they can, they change though.
Man, that's some burpy beer.
Jug it, Bill.
I don't chug beer. I sip it halfway through my third bottle.
Beer bong.
Oh, I don't have beer. I put a tequila in a bong.
Hulu, you got to change that picture. All I see is I'm cold and I want to go home, Mom.
Feed me.
It wasn't cold. She was perfectly happy that morning.
She just wants to go home then. She is not digging it.
Pet me.
It was rain. It was a little bit rainy. We just gotten out of, I think I left, it was about a 3-hour drive, and I got to Pittsburgh at like 7 a.m. maybe. So it was like in the middle of the like really early morning, and she was perfectly happy.
Oh,
She just looked like a sad dog.
Yeah, she looks like she's thrilled.
My aunt, I stopped to visit an aunt of mine in Pennsylvania, 2004, and she had a dog that one of her kids gave her, or inherited from her kid. I don't know if she really wanted, but it was pit bull and Labrador retriever, and oh, you're part lab. I get it. He's just happy to see you, but he was scary as hell.
No.
It ended up that scary pit bull looking dog sitting right next to me licking. He turned out to be a really friendly dog. He just looked scary.
Before I fall asleep, Bill, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. Only got, well, I actually have almost an hour left because I was born at 12:45 a.m.
I think I'll make it, buddy. I'll probably fall
Oh,
asleep
wait.
right here.
That means I have almost 2 hours left because that was in California.
Truth.
Yeah. But I was supposed to be born on March 30th. But they gave my mother a shot because to delay the delivery because her birthday was March 31st.
It's supposed to rain, isn't it?
I was born on my mother's birthday. I was born on Herb Alpert's birthday, Andrew Lang's birthday, Andrew Marvel was a poet. And he was born March 31st also. My first concert was Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. It was my birthday, my mother's birthday, and Herb Alpert's birthday in 1966 when I went seeing Herb Alpert.
Wow.
And
You're old.
yeah. Not as old as Andrew Marvel. He's 450 years old.
Wow, is that old?
Well, he was born in 1596, so
Wow.
that'd be 21, 26. He's 426 years old. But yeah, it's Al Gore's birthday too. Had a whole list of them. But then
Can't do
Andrew
it, big
Lang,
whoopee.
just Andrew Marvel's birthday. You know, it's like Marvel Gate. Is he talking about Andrew Marvel, the poet? People think of Marvel Comics, they're not getting the right Marvel. Possibly. Sweat and Tears, San Jose. Yeah, Davio. You just missed my sister, Davio. You would love talking to her.
She's as crazy as you, Davio.
Yeah. Well, she booked the bands at the bodega.
Oh, nice. Right?
Davio's probably met my sister and he doesn't remember it.
Davio.
I should send her a message and tell her.
I don't think I'm gonna make it, Bill. I'm gonna probably head to bed.
Thought I had a message from my
One more cig.
the girlfriend or a fling I had a long time ago. Martha Stewart. Yeah, one of my friends is Martha Stewart, not the same Martha Stewart. Way back in the 80s. Yeah, my sister booked Jefferson Starship, Stevie Nicks, Mick Fleetwood, Joe Cocker,
Joe Cocker.
Huey Lewis in the News, Greg Kinn Band, Ronnie Montrose, Gamma, Ronnie Montrose, and then Gamma. And I met Ronnie Montrose at my sister's bar. Got to go backstage because my sister.
Montrose.
Yeah. Rock Candy.
Yep.
Oh, get back to my chat screen.
I like that background, Bill.
Yeah. I'm in an F-100. This is an F-100 cockpit.
You're sitting on one right now.
There's the pilot.
Rich heard me.
All I see is the X.
X marks the spot.
Rich and Sean, how old are you guys? Ballpark. 20s, 30s, 40s?
I'm 28.
Oh, I'm 53.
Oh,
So I
wow,
think-
you
I
don't
think-
sound 53.
I think Joe
Yeah.
Cocker barely knows himself.
Well, thank you. I'm old.
I had your ages reversed. I thought Sean was the older dude, Rich was the younger dude.
It's probably cigarettes.
Well, I try to stay young as possible.
It's good to stay young. You sound young, feel young.
Yeah, I feel it for the most part.
Oh yeah, so
Davio,
dodging the question.
That's an I, Davio. It had my name there, and I tried to delete my name. I didn't get all. It left one of the L's in front of the 63. So I'm not 163.
What were you saying, Sean?
I'll edit that out.
Oh, I was trying to say to Huli that I just like, a lot of the people that are treasure hunters. I don't necessarily look. I just have fun.
Oh yeah, that's what it's
Right on.
about.
That's cool.
Don't really care if I find anything. Don't really care to look. Just like being places. That's always fun.
So you went boots on the ground or no?
I've been to a lot of places in the mountains, but it wasn't for like looking for treasure. I just love the mountains.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can edit that out right now on my computer.
Savio, you act way younger than your age in a good way. He said he's 157 in chat.
Well, that's because my the title of my video, my live stream here is I-63, which would look like 163. And I just
I got
fixed
you.
it.
I gotcha.
Yeah, because it had my name, and I tried to delete my name, and I went live before I edited it all out. That says 63.
Jason, are you watching chat?
Not really. Just kind of looking up.
I
That's about it.
got it on.
Savio wants to know how your new job's going.
Not well.
He's self-employed again, Davio.
Yeah, no, I took and try to get everything back on track, and they were too. See, I hate saying like too big city for small town, because small town we try to stay organized, and we mean business. We go and we do it, and we come home back to our family. And when I say city, they want to sit around and analyze and just talk about it instead of doing the work. Well, I didn't get along with them very well, so they let me go. But right away we talked about, hey, but we want you to be our contractor. So I said, okay. And right now I'm setting up to be a contractor again, doing their work for them, because, yeah. So right now I am in a limbo, because I am between, I'm literally in a limbo right now. Probably for another week or two. But thanks for asking.
All right, no more dodging Meat Man's question though. He wants to talk about yourself, Jason.
What?
He wants to talk about yourself now.
Hey, Huli, can you go ahead and put him on timeout for 300 seconds?
No way.
Why not?
I concur. I concur.
I don't have a solve, remember?
That's not true.
No
just
solve,
keep it-
no what? No fine, Jason. Jason, no fine.
Oh,
You just like to heckle people that are trying to solve it from home, and other people
Hey,
that
I don't heckle anybody.
tell me you didn't heckle someone that's not had boots on the ground yet.
That has not had boots on the ground yet.
Yeah.
I might heckle them, because that's experience that everybody should have.
I
oh
know
no.
you've heckled me.
I know what you're talking about. But still, it's just that thrill, because if you're confident enough to hop in a car and you're excited all the way there, and you get there and you're like, shit, this is big. Where am I going to park? Where am I going to go? What kind of animals are out there? Like, there's so many things running through your head, and then you just kind of work further and further away from your vehicle, and you get a little more lost every step that you take if you're not familiar with the area. And just that experience alone is worth it. you know, to get out there far enough to where you're like, fuck, where am I at? Like, that's when you get to know yourself. I think everybody needs to experience that.
I can get lost in my own state, and I did at one point. So I don't need boots on the ground to tell me that I'm wrong. I knew my solutions, none of them were proper,
No.
and I was
Yeah.
just focused on that.
Yeah.
So back to you. What's your
Hey,
solution?
hey, hey, hey.
Meat Man says he wants to know. He's got his butcher knife out.
So I hold it true. Like, one person can keep it a secret, you know. So it's like in my own little fairy tale. And I'm probably wrong. So, but I do support everything that's going on. You know, it's Jack Stoof is sitting at that table for a reason. What that reason is, I don't know, but he's there for a reason. So I'm not gonna fucking argue with Forrest. That was his choice. You know what I mean? It's so I am just here because, be honest with you, it was an addiction about 2 years ago, and now I just like the people, so I hang out here. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I got Mary wanted to know if I wanted to meet her up in Cheyenne in a couple weeks.
Mary who?
So why can't?
Are you going?
No,
Why not? Why not?
because I got a dog and it's like 350 miles.
I hear that they have dogs in Cheyenne. You should so go.
No, taking Jack to a hotel is it's a pain in the butt, you know.
I agree.
Taking him camping in the RV anywhere, but taking the dog to a hotel, you know, because he wants out. Oh, I want out, and he'll bark at me if I don't let him out. So, you know, and I'll haul his kennel with me so that I can put him in, you know, to sleep. And he don't like kennels. He's got a lot of freedom here.
All right, Slednick needs a state from you, Jason.
Oh, hell no.
Why can't it be all the states? What if there's something in every single state except Nebraska, because that place is worthless?
Cody Farms is in Colorado.
This is a life game for me. That, you know, this isn't over now. Like, I'm in it for life. So and I learn every day. So
But you
Yeah, I
keep saying
noticed.
you want to quit.
no, I want to quit being on here.
So
The
like
chase-
same thing, different place.
Yeah, you know, it's like I think the YouTube is what builds up the anger and anxiety. You know, I don't think it's a chase at all. I think it's all of the shit on YouTube that's doing it.
I just noticed in the bullet comes home right down here in the $2 bill, and it's torn, and it's showing the backside in the torn spot with Benjamin Franklin standing there. 3 may keep a secret if 2 of them are dead.
What was it that Benjamin Franklin wrote about?
You talking to me? What we
Yeah.
discussed earlier?
Yeah.
He wrote a lot about old pussy. He used to chase Old Tail all day long.
Yeah.
He was patience
Hey.
good do good was his pseudonym.
Oh, that's funny. He loved the old ladies. What was it that you said? He said that the pussy's the same, except
Yeah, it's on a more experienced body.
Yeah. And those were his words. That's funny. It goes to show that everybody's real people though, huh? You know what I mean? It's not always prim and collected. It's
If people weren't having sex 400 years ago, you wouldn't be here.
no, I agree. I find it disgusting that the one thing that gives us the power of God, we've disgraced it and made it taboo to talk about, and it's being abused.
I'm the one that if you ever repeat this, I'm the one that when you put it in quotes, my name goes after it. If it
Okay.
wasn't for fucking people, none of us would be here.
Yep. All them fucking people in the past. Thank you for our existence. Yuppers.
That's the truth.
4.5 billion years of evolution just to lead to a bunch of weirdos on YouTube discussing a treasure.
Well,
Oh,
I
a
had my
treasure.
ancestors help me with my treasure hunt.
A treasure that after 10 years, they haven't even figured out if it's real yet or not. If it even existed ever.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're still here 10 years later debating on it. Wait a minute. Do we know
Which
for
way
a
did
fact
he
if
go?
it's real? Well, he didn't, like, we saw pictures. A
Which
handful.
way did it go?
Well, I didn't take a radio off it. It could be any direction. Ideas fly all around, right? So do
And
opinions.
what's a radial's a tire, isn't it?
Maybe it was a 3-ply.
Oh my God. And that's why I can't leave, Hooli.
I just realized I think I might be the only girl here.
Oh my God. You're not really a girl until we see you.
Well,
Oh,
Jason doesn't prove
Jason,
anything
that's
on
not very
video.
nice.
Oh, she's not really a girl.
Yeah, but
Yes.
see,
Sean, what did you say? I missed what you said.
I said Jason hasn't proved anything on video yet either, so we can't rule that out.
oh, I have many times. I've taken my phone out and pissed in the yard many, many times.
Oh God.
You just have to sing when you're peeing. Nobody hears it.
I just put the camera right up against it so they can't see me. And if they only knew how close to the treasure chest they were.
No, that's the waterfall.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't be an astronaut because I couldn't drink recycled pee.
I bet I could do it once.
I think it's like the most recycled you're ever gonna get your pee though.
Well, they say it's okay to drink it twice, right? But yeah, I bet it has a lot to do with your diet though, too. Could you imagine if you were like just stocking up with like, yeah.
It's got enough salt in it from the get-go. I think it's been pretty much proven like worthless, other than just to like wet your mouth. But
Well, it kills bacteria on your feet when you piss on your feet. You know, if you have athlete's foot, you take a shower.
I think that's
and
like
piss on
an
your feet.
evolutionary thing, where people used to piss on their feet because that's just where your piss goes, and just kind of did its thing.
Because it kills athlete's foot.
Well, I mean, I'm sure someone walked, through some burrows and it scratchy and itched and burned, and another person had a piss and they pissed on it. And they're like, oh, that feels good.
That's what you
Well,
do.
it's
If
just
you
like-
get stung by a jellyfish, you pee on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the cure for jellyfish thing.
Actually, you have to have someone else do it to you, I think.
Depends on your aim and your reach.
and that's only if you're a guy.
They got
Okay, fine, you're a woman.
you got aftermarket products nowadays.
Yeah.
You can feed a cup and splash it on.
No, they actually say vinegar works really well for that.
I think I got stung by a jellyfish in Florida. When I first went to Florida, I dropped off a hitchhiker in Miami, and I went out to the beach and I walked out in the ocean. I was standing there in the ocean talking to this guy, and he was the governor of Puerto Rico.
Cocaine was involved in this story.
Huh?
How much cocaine were you moving to Miami?
Oh, was it? I showed up there. I drove a Volkswagen Baja Bug from Dallas, Texas.
That's crazy.
And I gave this hitchhiker a ride from Louisiana down to Miami. And then he was like, "Oh, go enjoy the beach. I'll just sit here in the car." And it's like, I got all my shit. No, I don't trust you, dude. Get out. Because I was moving. I had a video camera, and this is like 1986, so video cameras weren't cheap then. And I wasn't gonna leave my expensive stuff in the car with him.
It depends on what lip, Sledneck.
All right, Jay.
Vinegar.
Yeah, it reminds me of the woman in front of me at Walmart today when I was checking out. She was bought this jar of pickles, and she bought these 3 big old cucumbers. And I'm wondering, what are you going to do with those? I knew this guy in Dallas back in, it was like 83 or 82 or 83. And I met this guy who was in the apartments where I was staying. And he told me that his wife left him for a cucumber. He brought one to bed one night, and after that, there were always cucumbers in the refrigerator. And he found one next to the bed, and he knew that something was going on, and she left him for a cucumber.
Yeah, Rob G, that's kind of the general consensus. So I hear you.
I wonder if they peel them first.
Hop on the show, Rob. Tell your story, brother.
A chase. I like Davio to explain why Cynthia looks like Davio.
Just had to go there, didn't you?
Bill, it's your birthday, but don't be a jerk.
He's 4 years in, all right.
Is Cynthia Davio's twin sister?
It's only when they wear their glasses. You're such a dick, Bill.
If I had a virtual birthday wrench, I'd toss it over there, Bill.
Well, he's 4 years in, so.
I got in trouble for saying that before.
You did. Yes, you did. You got booted right the fuck out. And I think it was Uli that threw you out.
I'm pretty sure it was me too.
Oh, it was.
No, it was a little bit, he said it a little bit differently. And
Davio
it
thinks it's
it
funny.
wasn't nice.
It was way funnier then. Because he was being serious. He's like, "Oh, is that Davio?
Davio says she's
Davio's
his
on.
sister.
Hey," and here it's fucking Cynthia.
He says that she's his sister.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, if Davio and Cynthia had children, they would look just the same.
Oh.
Oh, Bill, happy birthday, buddy. What's your plans? Stay on fucking YouTube all night, or what are you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I watch YouTube 24/7. I got it. YouTube is on when I go to sleep.
Yeah. No wonder Verizon don't like you.
Oh no, yeah, they don't. I use too much data. I think 2 weeks into the month, and I'm at 200 gigabytes.
Yeah. No, that's very cool, Rob G. Very cool.
It's all of my TV and entertainment. That's why I need someone to call Elon Musk and tell him to send me my Starlink dish. I need my Starlink dish, and then I'd have no trouble streaming.
Yeah.
Oh, I have too many fucking inhalers for asthma. I have 3 different ones. One's every 4 hours, one is every 12 hours, and the other one's every 24 hours.
You got different alarms on your clocks or on your
No,
phone?
I just once a day this one, twice a day that one.
Yeah.
But they get rid of got this counter on there. It counts how many times you've used it, so you know if it's running out. Where is it? That one. This one here has been saying 0, but it's still putting out. Maybe it's just like the end of the whipped cream bottle. It's gas.
Oh,
Puff
Rob
Puff
G.
Pass takes on a new meaning, Bill.
What's that?
Puff Puff Pass takes on a new meaning.
Oh, your mother,
Right.
puff puff.
Sorry, Jason, go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm just babbling, so. No. Super tired. A lot of shit to do.
You central or east, Jason?
Central.
Oh,
I'm in the
okay, so
middle.
yeah, 119.
I'm in the middle somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, and the poem, okay. At the end of the book, my father's been busy lighting candles, some of them at both ends. So is the poem something you read from both ends? And it meets in the middle at the paddle, the 2 Ds?
Hey, Bill, do you have the poem in front of you?
As I've gone
We
alone
got
in
the
there
book here.
with my treasures. Oh,
So you want to hear? Jason, have you ever found the word dig in the poem?
the word dig, dig it,
Mhm.
dig it. I got the poem right here. Let's look. The word dig.
Just
Double
dig.
blazes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
What brand are those?
Summer sausages, spring something.
Bridgeford.
Richard.
On Richford? I thought
Yeah,
they were Winreds.
they don't always have them at Walmart. They don't always have, they don't have them every time I go there, but when they do,
It
I
is,
get a couple of them
it is a sausage party, Bill.
because
And
either
that's
I
why
have
we need to
ham
see a
or
picture.
either have ham or summer sausage with my breakfast. And I cook all meats anyway.
There's a-
I don't no more lunch meat that's not cooked.
So where's it say dig?
So the next to the last line, you know how Forrest said the poem is right straight forward.
Okay.
So next to the last line, the last letter,
Mhm.
the word is gold, and then the next two letters in the next line.
No.
No, what?
No. I don't see it unless I'm not following directions.
My
Next to the
book
last
is
line of the poem.
So I'm at the bottom of the poem. I give you title of the gold.
Hmm.
Okay. Now I'm looking
Last letter is
forward.
D,
Yep.
and then you go to the next line.
At the beginning.
Hmm.
Okay. So if. Okay.
Gold, the D in gold, D, and then I give you IG.
Mhm.
So the poem is straightforward. DIG.
No.
No,
No.
you're not having it.
I'm not having I don't see that, no. So you're saying the last letter,
Hmm.
last paragraph, D. And then you're jumping all the way to the beginning of the next one up, right? If.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm actually on the wrong. I gave you the wrong word. It's wood. Next to the last line is wood.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wood. So it's D, and then the next line
Going up.
down,
So
just as you would
north.
read, straightforward.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So like read it backwards and like every other line is backwards.
No, just straightforward. The last letter is D in that line, and the next letter is I, and the letter after that is G.
You sure you're not smoking something?
Yeah, next to the last line of the poem is I give you, if you are brave and in the wood.
Yes.
Last letter of wood is D,
Yep.
and then the next line you read, I give you title to the gold. So it's DIG.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So why would you only pick those letters?
Because they spell a word.
Oh, so like, but so nothing else spells a word? That's the only thing that spells a word in there?
I'm sure
Using
you can find many. I'm sure you can find many other words in the poem if you just.
Should
And it's
should we
sort
use
of like his.
the Zodiac
And it's,
Killer cipher on the poem?
and it's
but then
it's
you
sort
can
of.
get dive out of there too. So is
the
it underwater
DIG.
then?
Well, and then I'm reading the next stanza above it to see if it leads into insinuating that that's coming up. You know what I mean?
There
That's
are many
interesting.
more. Well, and he used the words ants and elephants. Ants is a
Yeah.
word within a word, and he said the poem is straightforward, so you wouldn't read it backwards. You just read it straightforward.
Yeah.
He said the blaze was in a word.
Someone said, "Is the blaze one object?" And he said, "In a word, yes."
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when I showed him the video of what I call Forrest Fenn's totem video that I have, he he said, "So you found it, but there's 40 of them, right?" And that told me there's more of these. I got to go find the others. And so I started taking pictures of all the rocks that I could find in the area. And that's how I found Miss Ford, and Thoth riding the ibis, and Anubis, and all, and Moses, and all that came from that. And he argued with me about the tunnel. And I said, "Yeah, I figured out your tunnel thing. It's not in the tunnel. You got to go past the light at the end of the tunnel." "I told you not in the tunnel." Yeah. Okay, you're not fooling me, Forrest, because I didn't say it was in the tunnel. It was past the light at the end of the tunnel. You drive all the way through the tunnel, and it's on the other side. Because if you're taking it with you, you have to go past the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And that's where I
Yeah.
found Moses.
So tell me another one of your ideas there, Huli.
That's all for today.
That's all for today.
Mhm.
One a day.
No, I mean, I like it, and it might make more sense to me if I had more content. You know what I mean? Like if it belonged to a system. Nothing.
Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Look at the binding in my book.
So you know how the GPS solve was really frowned upon by a lot of people?
Why?
Pardon me?
No, I said why. I was asking.
A lot of people frowned upon it. And I think it's possible that there's a GPS solution, but I don't think he would have just thrown the letters in there as easily as possible. And if you look at the very first sentence, as I have is in the word half, HALF. The L is silent, as I have, so it could be have gone, like half of gone. GO, northeast.
What if he was only half alone? He had somebody with
Or
him.
it could, well, it could tell you to break up the words. It could tell you to half the word. I could be seen as a Roman numeral. There's so many ways to read it. Do I think that's correct? Probably not, but it's possible. Sorry if you can hear my dog snore.
Rob G says Forrest in the interview said something will end the chase, not someone. That something was his death.
Until something.
Yeah, until something ends the chase. Because it's from my cold, dead hands. Worth the cold. And also Moses is only comes out at winter solstice. That's December 22nd. It's pretty cold in December.
But there are quite a few other words within the poem that can be made from other words, like the contractions if you put them into their original words.
But I
Yeah.
just remember him saying, I know there's the whole cliche, don't mess with my poem, but like he actually went into depth a few times and said that, he was very serious about it. There's no screwing around. I'm not playing with my poem. There's no screwing around. It is what it is, basically.
Mhm.
So it's like, I think it's probably something easier than that.
I think it
And
comes
it
down
might
to
be
definitions of words.
well, and I've always tried to look at it in multi-dimensional, like, you know, it says this, but how does it make you feel, and what does it make you imagine? You know, I don't take the poem and break it apart. I take the feeling and imagination to it, and then I even experimented to, like, when I was mad, I would do it to see what I can manifest. When I was sad, like I made sure every emotion, it reminded me, I want to go see how this poem affects me. You know, what's that fourth dimension in it?
Yeah,
And that goes back
you start
to
with it.
religion and spirit, right? I mean, this is the religion, this right here, but he's a more spiritual person. So it's not the religion, it's the spirit we're looking for. I don't know. That's just how I've always looked at it.
So you start with the poem and let it take you somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. It's exactly.
Jerk off Jack is the greatest treasure hunter of all time. We're not worthy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's definitely got to be something different because nobody's found it for 10 years. Or, well, they did, but supposedly.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't even care about that. I just hope that he didn't, like, just say fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Get it done. Shiloh, go drain the pond. Fuck it. I'm done.
Yeah.
He's from Michigan and he supposedly kept the treasure in New Mexico in a deposit.
Yeah, that's where it's at now. Or it was.
I think Jack moved.
But see, like, unless he sold some of it, like, where'd he get money to move? Like, I don't know. It sounds weird. He supposedly, like, something doesn't. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that all of it doesn't make sense, but some of it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, a lot of it don't make sense. A lot of it.
Like, he's got all this medical debt, but he can just up and move. Yeah, okay. You know, he might have found the treasure, but that doesn't pay, you know, the cost of moving unless you sell it.
If you're broke, Dick, you're not gonna leave millions of dollars of gold and go back home. Like, if you're broke, Dick, you're taking something home with you.
Yeah, there's like simple math that just doesn't make sense. Like, how does he move? You know,
Well, for any physician, if they go practice medicine in a rural area, their medical bills, their schooling will be paid for. They have to practice, I think, I don't know how many years it is to
That's why
put
Fenn
that.
told his granddaughter that he'll put
Right.
her through med school, but she has to promise to go up in, well, wherever it was.
Put a shingle in Lander.
Yeah, Lander. Yep.
Yeah.
Set up shop.
So he could go practice somewhere rural and be perfectly fine.
You know damn well he's, like, in psychology. I mean, look at the stuff he was writing earlier, and you know, it's not like he's gonna go be a doctor. Like,
Do they need relief in Puerto Rico?
you know, that and that I don't know. It just seems like there's these reoccurring, like, theories, and they're just trying to be, I don't know, just sold. Like, can we just all pretend we're sold on one for once? just let it happen. Because if you don't, there's just going to be another one and another one and another one.
Um,
Well, there's always more stuff to find, regardless of Fenn's treasure.
Oh yeah.
It's always nice to think about.
you know,
I'm
happened to-
unfortunately
What
still
happened to
on the.
Bill?
I don't know. Did that guy suck him in? Bill, can you hear me in there?
Who guy?
He's inside the mask. No, I'm still enjoying my chase, like the Forrest Fenn chase. I'm out. Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. So
I'm waiting for him to come clean on the whole ending. Waiting for what's that date that Forrest set?
yeah, that would be nice. Well, and that date, is it going to be another fuck it, or is it going to be, you know what I mean? What's that date going to reveal?
It has to do with when it's safe to bring out the real winner.
So is that like the metaphor for the treasure chest is safe?
Or it's a metaphor for there won't be anything to worry about. Because he planned everything so that the person wouldn't have to worry about the stuff.
Yeah.
All the legal troubles will be out of the way before you get it.
Oh, I would believe that for sure.
But the funny thing that catches them with it is they can't tell the real finder. They're keeping it secret from the real finder until a certain day.
Maybe it's because the real finder can't keep his mouth shut long enough.
Hey, Bill. Whoopi's saying your audio is really low, and I have to agree. Compared to Jason, it is low.
It's
I don't know
low
how
from
to-
where it was before, Bill. It's
It's all the background noise from the plane flying through the air.
Yeah.
dropping the kilos.
If I lean back here, I'm further from if I'm up here, I'm closer to the microphone. Because I have a microphone hanging right here. See? I don't know if the microphone ain't showing up. The microphone's invisible. I can bring it down lower even.
Oh shit. I fought my way through my pill. I'm starting to wake up
Oh,
again.
now you see it. You see the mic.
Well, actually, I can't.
As long as I don't put my head in front of it. See, there's the microphone. Oh yeah. I unplugged my microphone and stuff when I went back to the bathroom, so that I could hear, because I can't. The headphones won't reach in there. And nobody wants to hear in there anyhow.
Hey, Bill, how far will they reach?
It'll reach a refrigerator. It'll reach for another beer. It's what this is it's about a 6-foot cord on the headphones. The microphone, I think, has a longer cord. It's probably not much longer, maybe 7 feet. But I got one of these things from eBay, and you plug it into the audio
Can it find water?
headphone thing on the phone, and it splits the microphone and headphone.
Wow.
Rich, it's good that you came on tonight. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, no problem, man.
Yeah. No,
I want to tell Bill happy birthday and just
Yeah.
see what's going on.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, my ancestors was Rutherford, James Rutherford, who wrote Lex Rex.
Wow.
That the king, wasn't really the king. You know, he's just a name. He's not a god.
Right.
Just like
So
any
where's all their
politician.
riches at there, Bill?
Rutherford?
Yeah, you should be out like digging up your family riches.
That was shit. 12 generations back.
So it's a
It only takes
good
one
one.
generation to blow all the money. Like I told Barbara when I talked to her in February 2019, before any of her lawsuits and stuff, I said, you if you're a real estate lawyer, then you should be looking into my case, because my ancestor, my fourth great grandfather had 69 square miles of Vermont. And
Wow.
I know that a bunch of that land wasn't sold, and it should still be belonging to my family. And so what you do is like, it's 69 square miles. That's like 40,000 acres. Okay, so you sue them for 10,000 acres, and you settle for 500. At $1 million an acre, it's still $500 million.
Wow.
And I know what land would still be belonging to my family, and that's the land that they call the National Forest there. They didn't sell the mountains in those. They sold the farmable land is all they sold. So the mountains weren't sold. And so the ski area is mine. Magic Mountain
Or
is
like
on
Upper
my
Lake
family's
Champlain.
land.
You go tell them that, Bill.
And if you looked into the real estate records of the townships, he owned 2.5 townships. You had Wyndham Township and Londonderry Township and half of Hubbardton Township of Vermont. And my other fifth great grandfather was Ethan Allen, and he had twice as much land. But his second wife wrote my fourth great grandmother out of the will. Said she died right after Ethan, and she didn't. She moved to Canada. But Ethan Allen's second wife wrote her off as dead because she wanted her kids getting the land and not the children of Ethan's first wife. And I think Ethan Allen's second wife probably clubbed him over the head and killed him.
Hey Bill, I had a guitar. The guitar I had with me when I visited you, that was from Burlington, Vermont.
Yeah, that's where Ethan Allen had his land. Yeah.
That's where I bought that guitar at.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was living in. I was house sitting a house in. What was that? It was Bristol, Vermont. I was house sitting 50 acres with horses and a barn and stuff. they had
Nice.
the power went out, and they had a room that was over the garage. It was on a gas heater that had to have electricity also, or it didn't know what temperature it was, and it shut down, and the pipes froze. That was a room over the garage, and you know, you get blamed for it when it's not my fault. The power went out. There was no, you know, and I didn't know that was going to freeze up over there because you know you keep the wood stove go. All you had was wood stove, and it didn't heat that area. That's why they had a gas heater in that room. It didn't run out of gas. It didn't have electricity. You got to have a gas heater that doesn't need electricity to run. If you know, want to make sure it stays warm. Yeah, that was crazy. So that house sitting job ended. It lasted a couple of months. But it's pretty neat feeding the horses and taking care of the horse, letting them in and out. And one of their cats died, and I was blamed for the cat dying. And I had nothing to do with the cat dying. You know, it found them up in the attic over the barn, and it's like, you know, the cat just died of natural causes or something.
Shot with the BB.
You know, you get blamed for shit you didn't do. You know.
All right. Rich, thanks for hanging out with me. Hooli, you as well. Sean, good talking to you again. Bill, happy birthday, but I'm going to go in and listen on the earbuds and go to sleep.
I think my birthday's over.
What?
I think my birthday's over.
Oh yeah, we made it to his birthday.
Yep.
Good night, Jason.
Good night, Jason.
Yep. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for hanging out.
Yep.
All right.
Good night.
I'm the only one on the street because everybody else is psychons. What's the wooden did laptop mic? No, not laptop. I'm on my phone, Davio. Why you delete me and not him? I don't know who's deleting you. Sudneck. Because you're still there, I can read what you're saying, so you're not deleted. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat upon him was Death, and hell followed with him. You know, Forrest said if somebody was killed, you would end it, right? The somebody was him. If Forrest died, it ended. And I wonder if he wanted somebody to kill him. He's like, I'm indestructible. Get me. How long is this going to go on? He didn't expect to be walking 40 years after he was shot down, because he could have walked out of there.
Yeah.
But he didn't. Messenger. Yeah, my singles group has 4,100 and something people in it. And I get people that, yeah, hey, somebody's so and so's acting up. Make sure you acknowledge Vicky Sherry.
Hey, Bill, what's it like to be a moderator?
Be a moderator? Oh, I'm the administrator, and I had another administrator, but she got lazy and wasn't doing anything, and I was doing everything. So I said, okay, you're gone. But yeah, I just added 40 people, and I got 32 more people want to join. It's great. It's a really good group. Everybody, you know, they I let them do what they want pretty much. I don't let them cuss or call names and stuff. But, you know, everybody gets along with me.
How's that possible?
Oh, that's a good group.
You don't let them cuss or call each other names?
No, because if they say effing or you know, spell it out, like I tell them, can you change that to freaking so I don't get moderation on this? You know,
Do you let them? Do you let them call each other names?
not really. If somebody complains about somebody, I look at like most of the complaints are like Nigerian scammers.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I'm getting the biggest kick out of this though.
Yeah, it's single RVers trying to change that. I can give you a preview here on that share screen and go to the group.
Are they allowed to use the word mafia?
Yeah. Let me see.
That's an inside joke for me and Bill.
Bobby,
Oh,
oh, there's Judy. Seen her in the. There's my yeah the thing. Go to the group. So go yeah, where I'm on the group. See, I got a warning. So, you know, I tell them, hey, you know, keep it cool. That's where the mice get in my RV right there. And I blocked that off now. And I haven't seen any tonight. Oh, yeah. See, this is welcoming new members.
I actually heard from someone that's a member on your site that you're actually that it's a fun group and that you're actually
Yeah.
fun
See,
in there.
here's a whole list of people I just put in the group. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm on my way. Yeah. This is somebody advertising a group there. I was thinking of well, yeah, you can do that if you some guy with his RV, you know, and he's traveling, you know, just people traveling, saying where they're at, and there are people that got married because of my group.
So do you get part of the alimony if they divorce?
Bill makes them sign a prenup.
There's the dog eating the ice cream. Don't expect me to stop if you're broken down on the side of the road. You were offered an extended warranty several times. Yeah. I guess he's got a video of him. You have to stop having fun. You don't have to stop having fun when you get old. You get old when you stop having fun. have a big house and lots of clothes. Do you have cookies? No. Crack. Are they talking drugs there? Hot shots. So yeah, it's just people traveling around the country and stuff. And there's somebody doing Zoom meetings on Sunday nights in the group. But it's like, I got other Zoom meetings going on. You know, they say where they're at, meet me here. It looks like Coyote. Looks like a friendly coyote though.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a fun. Everybody loves it in my group. They just don't like treasure hunting. There's the Omegas. Yeah, see, so it's just people with RVs traveling around. You got to have a big meetup maybe one summer here. And you learn cool places to go visit. Now somebody look at this trash with somebody painting on, just destroyed the landscape.
Oh, we still look at Roman graffiti that was found in bathrooms that talk about guys' dicks. I think that,
Oh.
I embraced it.
Bathroom walls in the 70s.
In the end, people will judge you anyway, so don't live your life impressing others. Live your life impressing yourself. That's right. There we go. Go anywhere. One of my search areas, I drove by. I drive by one of my areas I like to camp. When I go to my mailbox, and the gate is closed, and it says for preservation, and it's like, oh, and then I'm wondering, is this environmental attorney telling them to close the gate here because there's some archaeological stuff going on here? I don't know. Because I found a whole lot of stuff in there. And that's where the little stick man with the sword is. Right by the gate. Now I got hiccups.
Yeah, I'm getting too tired to stay on too.
Yeah, it's getting late.
It was
Did
nice
you have
talking to you,
cake?
Bill
Yeah.
and Huli and Rich, everybody.
John?
Hi to you, Sean. Rich,
Yep.
Rich
Sean?
already left, it looks like.
No, he's
No.
right there.
Yeah, he's still there? Okay.
Yep.
On the next
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Take care.
Good night, Huli.
Good
Bill.
night.
Yeah, good night. You
Good
ready
night.
to go too, Huli? I'm ready to crash.
If you are, happy birthday.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
And have a
Thanks
good April
everybody
Fool's
for-
Day.
Thanks for
Yep.
making my birthday a birthday better than last year's birthday, that's for sure.
Well, have a good one, Bill.
All right, we'll see you, Rich, Sean, Huli.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Yeah.